Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Before we start this one, I'd like to say thank you for everyone who chipped in with the camera issue. Gave me some really good advice. Much appreciated. It's still ongoing and I will let you know the outcome as soon as I can. The other thing I'd like to mention is I got a nice email from a girl called Lindsay who passed her driving test after only 10 lessons. How many lessons did it take you to pass your driving test? It took me 13. So how many did it take you? Let us know in the comments down below. Be quite interesting to see the difference. So back to the driving stuff. I'd like to stress I have never driven down this road before in my life. The reason I say that is that you can drive down a road differently if you know the road. As you can see here, I'm going to let this van out. And the car in front of me, although it's got its indicator on to turn right, it doesn't actually turn right. It pulls into the turn-in and then reverses back out and then drives back the way it's come. So there's no one behind me here when this happens. Can you not get in that gap? Can you not get in that gap? What's that gap? Can you seriously not get in that gap?
There's lots of cars coming and the parking is where there's space. Sorry about that.
Unbelievable. What a shit driver. What a shit driver. Is that big enough for you to get in? How can this road not be one way if it's like this parking wise? You cannot get in that gap. Now I know some of you will be saying I did the right thing there, but some of you will be saying I should have stood my ground and made him reverse. But bearing in mind that he couldn't drive into that gap, just imagine what his reversing was going to be like. I didn't have all day to wait and find out. Now sometimes you don't have to know a road to see what's going on down the road. I do know this road, but I can see what's happening. The car in front cannot see it. Can you see it? There's obviously an obstruction on the right hand side there. I myself make a mistake here. I didn't expect the bike to stop there and get in the way, so I'm had to reverse to let this guy out. He could have got out, but I just made it a little bit easier for him. But the car in front cannot see that obstruction there. He cannot see in front that he can't go anywhere. There's traffic. So why not just hold back and let everyone come towards you through the gap? It's beyond me how people cannot see these things. Why is he not pulled over to the left there and let everyone come through the gap? He's still going to be in the same place. But no, he does that, blocks it up, and then to get there. What an idiot. we're not finished with him yet. That's why this clip is still going. So he could have waited here with me and he'd still be in exactly the same position. But this just sums the guy up what he does here now. On the pavement, fully on the pavement, so no one can actually walk past. Well done, that man. Quality bit of driving.
With MultiCover, I get a 10% discount by combining my insurance for my family's home and cars. Now that's a handy saving. Putting them together means I have one policy and one renewal.
Looking at the
date for
white
both,
car
because
here.
insurance is simple when it's me and LV.
Turns
No
right
wonder
from
we're
the left-hand lane.
Trustpilot. Get your multi-cover quote today at lv.com. Discount applies to home and all cars registered at the same address. Excludes optional add-ons.
All about concentration. And speaking of concentration, it's this one again. This comes up quite a bit. Someone's turning right up there. I can see that they're turning right up there. So why can't this van see that they're turning right up there? You can see the state of the van. It's a pile of shit. So his concentration obviously isn't very good anyway. He's obviously smashed it up because his concentration is no good. But so he gets behind the car that's turning right and then has to cut in.
About Harry, the revelations in the media and the response to it from people who don't like him, and indeed from people who do.
I think it's really a very...
£44 saving. Vodafone.
Coverage from 1. Kick off 2 p.m. on Talk Sport. Please refrain from flushing your radio during commercial breaks. On DAB+, online, via the Talk Sport app, and on your smart speaker. This is Talk Sport 6.
Now in this clip here, there's a slip road coming onto the motorway, and a lot of people seem to forget that it's down to them people that's coming onto the motorway to speed up or slow down to fit in, not for me to move over. But even if I did want to move over, I couldn't, because the Audi coming up here, undertaking everyone, gets right in my way.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck me right up here, isn't he? Undertaking. There. Right there.
Now in this clip here, I'm going to pause it here. Should this car be going, he's got a car in front of him, so he can't use his speed to get out of the way of me coming straight at him, and slows me down. Surely you should have just waited. I've got an Audi in front of me. Guess what? He does nothing wrong.
That's what happens. You're cutting the corner, you soppy old fuck.
Now that beeping you just heard was my auto collision sensor going off. So even the car knew that that van should not have pulled out in front of me.
Game of football. Go
I think that's red, don't you?
Manchester City and the Chelsea fans still here.
Loads of time to stop there.
Just your BMW. It's out of indicator fluid again. Doing a bit of undertaking, bit of zigzagging. What they do.
I can understand their position. All I know is we're working really, really hard. We're in a really tough moments. I think if we want to accomplish anything, sometimes there's going to be a...
And when I saw the result, I thought, have they fielded
No, it's first thing I did. I looked at the team, you know.
And they haven't. I'm looking at it's Bailey, Ings, Coutinho, Douglas Luiz is in there. Yeah, they've had his little switch around at the back. Martin Cash is still.
Get your pet the best veterinary care. Save 10% on new policies when you insure at petplan.co.uk. T's and C's apply. Fits or Meter is an appointed representative of Petplan Limited.
You know, is it that hard? It's a roundabout. Is it that hard? Jesus.
Just have a listen to some of these numbers that will tell you all about the importance of the next week. Newcastle's last major domestic for that is 76 for that is outstanding knowledge. Peter Rodriguez, captain, absolutely spot on. Nottingham Forest, they're potless for the last 31 years.
What year was it? FA Cup. Pierce he played. League Cup, I mean.
It was the League Cup.
Get that one out, and that, you know, the other one obviously thinks it's due to be let out as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching, but I don't even know if she's even put her arm up to say thanks.
Now the camera doesn't really do this justice of just how thick the fog is. But you always find someone who hasn't got their lights on, don't you? Always. There he is. But he wasn't the only one. The guy behind me didn't have his lights on either. But he's got time to play with his phone. Just not enough time to put them lights on.
Traffic and travel on Talk Sport with Swinton Insurance. We work hard to make finding car insurance as easy as possible for you.
Right, up in front we've got a zebra crossing, so there will be zigzags on the floor, which you are not allowed to overtake on zigzags. So, does that rule apply to motorbikes? Or is that classed as filtering and they get away with that? In a second you'll see a motorbike go past, but you can see that there's people crossing at the zebra crossing. Now he's got a van there. He can't see round that van to see that there's someone crossing from the left. That could have been a lot worse. And we're looking over to the right at another motorbike, scooter I should say.
The world today. Sure. And you know, and you look at now Dougie Louise at Aston Villa, who's one of my clients, and